Hi guys, Meg here. Um, Wanted to talk a little bit about the motivation roadblocks that I've run into this week. It's week 4 of SuperBetter, and one of the obstacles that I've encountered has been availability. And I talked about this a little bit last time, um, but I put in a lot of overtime at work over the last couple of weeks, and that really limited my ability to check in with SuperBetter over the last couple of weeks on a regular basis. I did do it every day pretty much, but I know I missed a couple of events. I know I missed some power-ups and a few battles that I would have otherwise tracked. Um, but I encountered a much bigger hurdle this weekend, um, in the form of motivation that I really wasn't expecting. Um, I first learned about SuperBetter from Dr. Jane McGonigal's keynote speech at the PAX East convention last year. And PAX East is, um, at this point, there are two conventions a year, PAX Prime and PAX East. But PAX is a convention for gamers of all kinds, board games, video games, computer games, handheld console games, all sorts of different things. And I went last year for the first time and encountered this really incredible community and learned about SuperBetter and wellness games for the first time. So I knew that I wanted to be a part of the SuperBetter community, and I knew that I also wanted to continue being a part of the PAX community. Um, so the PAX East convention for 2012 was this past weekend, and I went and it was awesome. Um, but the motivation roadblock that I encountered with the convention, was not just that I was doing a lot of stuff over 3 incredibly busy days, which I was, and kept me from logging in at all. Um, Coming back from the convention has been much harder for me this year than it was last year. Um, and I'm not sure if that's just because I'm in a different place, emotionally, and also in terms of what I'm trying to do health wise. Um, but leaving that PAX community behind after spending 3 days in an environment that is filled with people who are used to being social outsiders and are used to being sort of the outcasts, um, it makes for a really warm, welcoming community, and it's a fantastic experience to be in a group of 70,000 people who are welcoming and accept you for who and what you are. And in the last couple of days, I found it really kind of difficult to go back out into the world and wonder what people are, thinking of me, what people take in when they see me, when they talk to me. Um, and I don't think I really had put too much thought into things like that prior to starting SuperBetter. Not that I didn't think those things, but I don't think I'd really been aware of how often I assumed it was happening. And in the last couple of days, I've mostly wanted to climb back into that warm PAX cocoon with some really incredibly nice people. And that's really made it difficult for me to return to work. While I enjoy my job, I enjoy the challenges of it, I enjoy coworkers, I find myself much more than ever aware of my fears and my thoughts of how other people are evaluating me. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's actually a step forward, because if I'm aware of the fact that I'm assuming that people are judging me, and typically I'm assuming that they're judging me negatively, that's a step forward. That means that I can probably now, work toward assuming that people are judging me neutrally, if not positively. And I think in the long run, this will be something that can kind of help me build my self confidence a little bit. Um, and along with that self confidence, the motivation to do things that I don't really want to do, um, like this video. Worked really, really hard thinking of how I would phrase things, and then realized that I was just putting it off, and that I just really didn't want to put myself out there today. Tired, I've had a long day, had a long couple of weeks, and really all I want to do right now is crawl into bed and go to sleep. Um, but I really, really want to get comfortable with putting myself out there. So I kind of decided, what the hell? Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. It's a day when I feel really reluctant is probably one of the best days to challenge myself, not just to make a video, but to post it and to talk about one of the hurdles that I'm facing. Now, all that being said, I have also completed my first Epic Win Challenge. I got through an entire week without ordering for delivery, didn't order any comfort food, didn't order any greasy food, didn't order extra food to, quote, have for later, unquote. I was able to plan ahead and prepare all of my own meals for the entire week. There were a couple of nights, I went out to dinner with friends one night, and one night I put in, after a 12-hour shift, I grabbed dinner on the way home. But I was really careful, keeping the full plate diet in mind. I was careful to choose a, a sandwich that had some of the good fats in it, like avocado, instead of just bad fats like chipotle mayo. And while my first choice probably would have been for the greasy mayo laden sandwich, I did make a good choice, and I felt really good about choosing the other sandwich, the sandwich that didn't have all kinds of added fats and flavors in it. And it was still delicious. So I completed that. I felt really good about it. And even after my 7 days of not ordering was up, I did order delivery one day. I ordered on Sunday, after all of my personal challenges for the week were complete. But I was really careful to order from a restaurant that also had hummus so I could get some protein in there. And I was careful to order from the restaurant that wasn't the restaurant that I love that has the delicious rolls. So I really made a couple of good choices. I had my first major success, and I feel really good about it. So a little bit of bad, a little bit of good, but we're getting there.